Week in Astrology video forecast. This is episode number 27 for the week of September 1st, 2014. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Benjamin Bernstein of astroshaman.com, coming to you from Asheville, North Carolina. I'm an astrologer, shamanic healer, and awakening activator, and it's my pleasure, as always, to bring you these weekly astrology forecasts. So what's going on the week of September 1st? The male divinities Pluto, Uranus, and Chiron tango intensely with 3 asteroid goddesses this week. We also have a healing Sun-Chiron opposition, a flowing Venus-Mercury mutual reception, 4 peaking aspect patterns, and more. What's new this week? Actually, what's old this week? Well, just a waxing moon is the one thing I want to mention. And as always, I want to mention that on this video forecast, I only talk about new and full moons in terms of lunations. If you'd like information on void of course moons, sign changes, and conjunctions of the moon, listen to my This Week in Astrology audio podcast. So, let's move on now to our individual days of the week. Nothing but minor lunar events on Monday, so let's move on to Tuesday. Mercury transits Libra today through September 27th, smoothing the way for harmonious communication, creative writing, and easier learning. On Wednesday, we open with the Sun trine Pluto. The Sun is at 11 Virgo, Pluto is at 11 Capricorn. The fine points of personal transformation, juiced up service, and augmented health practices are smoothly empowered with the Virgoan Sun trine Pluto. On Thursday, we open with the Sun quintile Mars, the Sun at 12 Virgo and Mars at 24 Scorpio. An extra measure of energy and creative inspiration is available for your health and service under this aspect. We've been blowing through the days, but now we're going to start to spend a little more time. We are a backloaded week, so the intensity and the more intense number of aspects starts here on Friday, starting with Jupiter quincunx Pluto. Jupiter is at 11 Leo and Pluto is at 11 Capricorn. Transformative adjustments in your religious practices, philosophy of life, and interactions with foreign cultures are stimulated August 24th through September 17, with a peak today on September 5th. With Leonine Jupiter quincunx Pluto, you can also make positive changes in how you present yourself as a leader or performer. Mercury entered Libra on Tuesday, as I mentioned, and Venus transits Virgo today through September 29th. So until Mercury exits Libra on September 27, Mercury and Venus will be in mutual reception. This simply means that they're in a sign that the other planet rules. To be specific, Mercury rules Virgo and Venus rules Libra. You may remember that old TV ad. Hey, you got chocolate on my peanut butter. Hey, you got peanut butter on my chocolate. A mutual reception is kind of like that, with the energies of the signs and planets all mixed up together. This means that Tuesday's interpretation for Mercury in Libra, harmonious communication, creative writing, and easier learning, also holds true for Venus in Virgo. But Virgo and Venus adds more explicitly the ideas of adjustments and fine-tuning in relationships and creative expression. Happy tweaking. 2 aspect patterns that began last week peak today. The first is a cradle, and it involves the Sun, Juno, Ceres, and Pluto. It started back on August 28th, peaks today, and ends on September 8th. So this cradle offers several intriguing possibilities, and as I'm discussing aspect patterns that have already begun, I'll be saying very similar things about them as I said before, just so you know. Are you in a committed relationship where you're playing second fiddle, or in which your self-esteem is being diminished? This aspect pattern can support you in adopting an I get as good as I give attitude. The theme of release and return is also at play. Some relationships may take a breather, while connections that have been on hiatus may resume. Next up, another peaking aspect pattern that started last week. This is a mystic rectangle, and it involves the Sun, Juno, Chiron, and Pluto, as you can see. Started on August 30th, peaks today, ends on September 10th. So, with healing in your domestic environment and committed relationships being energized, mentoring or counseling in these areas is also supported. We also have a new aspect pattern kicking off today. This is a Yod, a finger of God, and it involves the Sun, Vesta, and Uranus. And starts today, peaks on September 8th, and ends on September 10th. The Virgoan Sun and Scorpionic Vesta suggest transformative, devoted service to a higher cause. The tip of this finger of God, Uranus in Aries, suggests passionate humanitarian service that might even be groundbreaking. Getting into the weekend, on Saturday we have Chiron trine Vesta. Now we start getting into a lot of god-goddess setup like the title of the week suggests. Chiron is 15 Pisces, Vesta is 15 Scorpio. So, not only does Scorpionic Vesta appear in yesterday's Yod, but she trines Chiron today. This suggests serving a higher cause in a healing or mentoring capacity and also supports sexual healing. Next up, Mercury is quincunx Neptune. Mercury, 6 Libra, Neptune at 6 Pisces. Lack of mental clarity is one possible outcome of Libran Mercury quincunx Neptune. If so, this is a good chance to rely on your intuitive guidance rather than your rational mind. This connection can also be refocused to support creative writing and all types of creative expression. Next up, another god-goddess combo, Pluto square Pallas Athena. Pluto, 11 Capricorn, Pallas Athena, 11 Libra. Are you ready to assert your power, ladies? Pluto square to Libran Pallas Athena has your back. Pallas Athena is the asteroid goddess that can kick butt and take names, and the square from Pluto charges her up with huge power. But Pallas Athena's placement in Libra suggests that subtle and skillful assertiveness might be more effective than old-fashioned brute force. Remember, the more you surrender to divine guidance, the more powerful you become. Next up, another god-goddess Tango. This time Uranus is quincunx Venus. Uranus is 16 Aries. Venus is 16 Scorpio. There may be an intuitive flash waiting to show you how to take your higher service to the next level. This eureka moment can come courtesy of Uranus quincunx Vesta, as long as you quiet your mind enough to receive it. Next up, another god-goddess combo, Chiron trine Juno. Chiron's at 15 Pisces, Juno's at 15 Cancer. Healing and mentoring in committed partnerships, especially domestic ones, that's Cancer, is smoothly supported with Juno trine Chiron. And then the cradle with the Sun, Juno, Vesta, and Pluto that started on August 30th peaks today and wraps up on September 9th. What about Sunday? Another god-goddess combo. Uranus square Juno. Uranus 16 Aries, Juno 16 Cancer. Juno is seriously energized right now. She received a trine from Chiron yesterday and gets a square from Uranus today. This aspect can pump high voltage into committed partnerships. So can you use it to fuel quantum leap in how you relate? Then the Sun opposes Chiron. Sun 15 Virgo, Chiron 15 Pisces. At the end of such an intense week, it's nice to have the healing opportunity presented by the Virgo and Sun opposing Chiron. Use this consciously to bring healing and mentoring where it's needed. Balancing the receptive and assertive aspects of your feminine nature is a major message of the Grand Cross with Juno, Pallas Athena, Uranus, and Pluto. It started on August 29th, peaks today, and ends on September 9th, and we have discussed the meaning of this already in prior videos. So what do we got on next week's video forecast? The week of September 8th, we will have a full moon in Pisces. I'll have some juicy things to tell you about that. There's a Sun-Uranus quincunx. Venus opposes Neptune, a very lovely and mystical combination. Mars is going to enter Sagittarius and make a minor hard aspect to Uranus. Mercury aspects 4 slower planets. Watch for communication issues. Saturn does a triple, Ceres does a double. 4 aspect patterns peaking, 3 new aspect patterns. Another busy week. I can't wait to tell you about it. So please tune in and I will be here to share what I can with you about how to make the best use of those energies. You know what? With the Sun in Virgo, it's the perfect time to analyze, critique, and improve. So I'm offering a free 2-hour session, Winner's Choice of Astrology, Shamanic Healing, and/or Awakening Activation, to someone who helps me take what I do to the next level. The entry deadline is Monday, September 8th, 11:59 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. To be entered into the drawing for this free 2-hour session with me, which is worth up to $360, just email me at least one specific suggestion for improvement. Each piece of helpful constructive criticism earns you another entry credit. The more helpful suggestions you offer, the better your chances of winning. So please send those to me at info@astroshaman.com. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my Benjamin Bernstein YouTube channel to be notified when I post new videos. And if you like this video, please share it. This free video forecast is a partner project with iTunes' #1 astrology audio podcast, This Week in Astrology. And that's also free. You can get my weekly astrology forecast in writing by subscribing to my free email newsletter at astroshaman.com. Once you're there, you can also link to my Facebook page and Twitter feed where I post daily forecasts. My personal services include astrology, shamanic healing, and awakening activation. All are equally effective in person or long distance. My guarantee makes my services risk-free. If you don't find that I was helpful, there is no charge. I also offer other great services and products, many of which are free. To learn more, please visit astroshaman.com. Thanks again for watching. I wish you infinite blessings as the stars light